Well, it really has to do a little bit with trying to find deeper levels of understanding for students that they can not only just understand the material but be able to use it for other areas of their life and be able to show that depth of knowledge. That's really where it starts. And also being able to critically, not just critically think, but how to examine reading and to have a better level of understanding of what they're reading. So to have more interaction with the text, understanding and have higher levels of learning that will help them in not just now but in their next steps after high school, both in college and career.
For this school year, Mr. Boyd and I are teachers on special assignment, and a couple of projects that we've undertaken is to create a forum where our colleagues can get in each other's classrooms, observe, provide feedback, and another role that I have is to begin work on creating the curriculum for the math program.
So the first part of the year started off with us trying to get into other people's classrooms, see what was going on, observe teachers, give them feedback, how well they were implementing Common Core, or just generally about their instruction practices. Also at the beginning of the year, we led a presentation about informing the content areas, other than English and math, about this type of literacy activities which would meet what are called the career and college readiness standards that are part of the Common Core, that all content areas be involved in total literacy with reading, writing, and speaking.
Now, when you're observing teachers, what kind of things are you keeping an eye out for?
Well, initially, I tried to take a look and see how well literacy actions are used in instruction, how much writing is involved, reading involved when it relates to the content area, maybe what speaking applications. Common Core is also related to project-based assessment as well. How is it that projects can be used to deliver content and help reinforce literacy as well as introducing students to good research methodology as well as using technology in the classroom.
We're choosing to go with SBAC, which is Smarter Balance Consortium, which has to do with basically looking at how students do on performance tasks. So they will be taking, right now they're in the process of implementing it, but as far as the assessment is what their scores will mean, they're going to get scores back, but how it'll affect the overall rating of the school, that's still to be determined, and a lot of that's being filtered out through the state. But a lot of it is they're going to get performance tasks, they're going to be given different situations, teachers will be able to experience what these tasks are like so that they can help provide the proper support, not just to teach towards a test, but to really understand what is the depth of knowledge that we're asking for and how to get them there. And so it's equally important for both the teachers to have a familiarity with what the expectation is as well as the students to meet that challenge. And so there's going to be a growth once the overall assessment results come out, but that's good. We need to know where we are, what our benchmark is that we're at now, and what we're aiming for.
That's a good question. I took the one of the practice tests, the SBAC, Smarter Balance Assessment, and the questions are not just math related. They involve science, they involve history, and many of the questions are still multiple choice, but there's more than one answer could be correct. So there might be 10 choices you choose from and 6 of them are correct. Or you're rewriting the problem and looking at possible answers. So there's still multiple choice, but a lot more choices and a lot more problem solving and cross-curricular. In our classroom, the math teachers, we have we get to use the smart board. And what's nice about that, you can put problems on the board. Smartboard offers a lot of different types of tools you can use, from the protractor to rulers, so students can get up on the board and actively measure and get real-time feedback. YouTube is a big thing now. Students will be able to do research, look at, they have access to Khan Academy. I know that's not really Common Core, but it gives them the opportunity to research and look for possible solutions or tutorials. So there's just a lot of, I mean, there's a lot out there, so.
But it plays a very large role. When we think of a text, it's no longer just the idea of a book that you might see, but a text could be any form of expression, and since we live in a multimedia world, that really opens things up significantly. For example, the examples that you've given just earlier before asking me the question are all part of what we consider elements of research that we can bring into a project-based type of learning situation. Technology is huge. It's very, very important because our Smarter Balance test this year and last year involved students taking a test on a computer for the first time. In prior years, they would fill in bubbles on what would be an optical scanner sheet, but this year they have to read on the computer, they have to listen to audio files on the computer, they see video on the computer, and they respond with what are called constructed responses, which are written responses that could be either short answer or a medium answer, or in the end, an essay response as well.
Habitual actions. Levanta la mano. A menudo. ¿Cómo se dice a menudo? Noah.
Often.
Often. Muy bien.
No, because if you
20.
oh you mean because like below
It says be honest, so, you know, if you want to write your review.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire en anglais? Comment est? Comment est?